Pitch Black is one of the most entertaining early 2000s sci-fi movies ever made.
Where's Johns?
Which half?
The film, released in 2000, is a bona fide cult classic that has become revered over time and with the help of numerous sequels, as well as video game editions. Despite the layers of cool sci-fi cheese and testosterone-filled machismo, the film garnered only 53 million worldwide and an underwhelming rating of 59% on Rotten Tomatoes, thus making Pitch Black a perfect lost and found candidate. It also just so happens that the film is celebrating its 23rd birthday. Pitch Black kicks off in the distant future.
In the not too distant future.
As a spaceship transporting passengers is struck by micrometeoroids, forcing the pilot Fry to make an emergency landing on an unknown planet. On board is an array of interesting characters, namely law enforcement officer Johns and the film's primary character, anti-hero Richard B Riddick.
All you people are so scared of me. Most days I take that as a compliment.
Yeah, the main character's name is essentially Dick B Riddick. How ridiculous. I'm sorry, I'm done.
He's got a point.
The survivors explore the world doing their best to survive the harsh elements, but it isn't until night they realize they are in big trouble.
Hello, cutie pie. One of us is in deep trouble.
The planet is dominated by aggressive creatures that lurk in the dark. One by one, the crew is brutally murdered, forcing Riddick to become the unreluctant hero to a crew that doesn't trust him.
What a twist!
However, if they want to make it off the planet alive, they'll have to trust the most dangerous man among them.
Bound to get picked up.
The original concept for Pitch Black was suggested by David Madden, an executive who had a hand in developing hit shows like The Shield and The Americans. The idea was that distant travelers would visit a planet where multiple suns would mean perpetual daylight. However, an eclipse would bring darkness and ghosts would emerge. This idea of the ghosts would be around for the first draft of the screenplay before turning into the predators we see in the final product. Interscope Communications would approach David Twohy with the concept, giving him control of not only the film's script, but the ability to direct as well. Twohy had worked on numerous films including G.I. Jane, Waterworld, and The Fugitive. Majority of the film took place in Australia, where it was in winter. The shoot was bogged down with numerous delays due to horrific rain and brutal cold. Numerous miniatures were used to create the interior spaceship crash, and they all look fantastic.
I absolutely believe in God. And I absolutely hate the fucker.
Pitch Black is peak sci-fi network entertainment. I remember watching the hell out of it anytime it came on.
Exactly.
Usually missing the beginning and coming around the time the planet's predators would be featured. Shockingly, despite the title, a good chunk of the movie operates in this intensely bright daytime thanks to the story's three sons. Without a doubt, the movie is a horror slasher, rooted in characters making mind-boggling stupid decisions to get people and the plot from place to place.
Okay, turn around. Close your eyes. No peeking.
What lends the movie to its uniqueness is really the anti-hero Riddick.
What is it now?
Like I said, it ain't me you gotta worry about.
Riddick is a wild card, and even up until the final shot of the movie, you're not entirely sure what Riddick is going to do.
You're fucking with me, I know you are.
You know I am. You don't know anything about me.
He's essentially a movie trailer quote wrapped in Arm Day with enough baby oil to impress his best friend, The Rock.
You're going down, Toretto.
I'm right here.
While Vin Diesel has made a name for himself with numerous characters, some even iconic, none stand up to what he is able to do with Pitch Black and the future sequels.
So where the hell's it got now?
Riddick is morally ambiguous, dangerous, sly, and yet somehow charming. You want to root for him, but realize he's a man out for himself.
No one's gonna blame you. Save yourself, Carolyn.
The film's apparent good guy, Johns, pushes the narrative heavy about Riddick being the monster to fear.
Is he really that dangerous?
Only around humans.
Johns.
He's a killer. When the law says he has to do his bit, there is nothing I can do about that.
When yet he's no different than Riddick, he just hides behind various lies.
Alright, enough of this shit. You do the girl and I'll keep the others off your back.
The interplay between the two characters is immensely satisfying.
It's not too big a job for you, is it?
I'm just wondering if we don't need a bigger piece of bait.
Like who?
Right up until the end, when it boils down to a good old masculinity face-off. A scene that felt right out of the 80s, just missing a lot of baby oil and guys being shirtless.
I'm gonna kill you now!
Fry, the pilot, played by Radhab Mitchell, is a pretty interesting character in her own right.
How much?
Around 79 kilos to be
Because you're
exact.
79 kilos of gutless white meat, and that's why you can't think of a better.
Is that fucking right?
In the beginning of the film, she had a chance to kill off the passengers and a chance to save herself. The whole decision plays on her in a way that plays well into the film's morally ambiguous tone for its characters.
You didn't answer.
Yes, I would, Riddick. I would die for them.
I must admit, every time I watch the movie, I don't expect her to die. Perhaps I'm just an idiot thinking she would survive, but I just never expected. Overall, there's something so simple and plain about Pitch Black. The movie is set in one place, with a few sets that look like they were built in an afternoon with Home Depot materials. The cast is all likable, but yet seem to make the same mistakes we have seen hundreds of times in horror movies. The world building is solid, mainly around the character of Riddick, enough so that it's expanded universe into a potential 4-movie franchise.
But no. I'm not gonna straddle you in front of all these guys.
What if I killed all of them first?
The special effects, the combination of early 2000s with hand-built sets go well together, and the direction by Twohy is smart enough to never show too much of the monsters that are all digital. The flaws throughout give it enough character and charm that you just smile when characters make boneheaded decisions. It's a blast of a movie, featuring dozens of quotable lines and some pretty cool creature kills as well.
You said clear.
I said it looks clear.
Well, what's it look like now?
Looks clear.
I honestly highly recommend Pitch Black, especially for that cozy Saturday afternoon watch.